Everyone, I welcome you all to today's video. Today we are going to look at some of the metrics for classification. We are going to understand these metrics by solving certain assignment questions. My name is Manas Pathak and I'm a student of IIPS DAVV. So let's start. In the previous video, we looked at K nearest neighbors algorithm and why it is called a lazy learner. The link for this video you can find in the description of this video. This was the question which we did in last video. The question for today is, given the confusion matrix, find classification accuracy, precision recall, type 1 error, type 2 error, F1 score, sensitivity, specificity. Explain the importance of precision recall as compared to accuracy with an example. So now let's first look at the accuracy, precision and recall and how accurate precision and recall are are of importance than accuracy with certain example. Accuracy is a classification metric. It is a ratio of total correct predictions to total number of predictions. Higher the accuracy, better the model. It is also called recognition rate. So accuracy is the one of the most basic type of classification metric, which is just simple ratio of correct predictions to total number of predictions. We can also find the percentage of accuracy by multiplying the accuracy of value by 100. So accuracy is not considered at all times in classification problems as a metric, because there are several aspects of the classifications or the predictions done by the model which are of which must be highlighted or which are of much importance given upon the problem which we are dealing with, and these aspects are not properly addressed by the accuracy. It just addresses the correct predictions, but at times we would also want to know that how many are the false positives or the false negatives encountered in the classification process by the given model. So for that, precision and recall come into the play. Precision, it is also called measure of exactness. It is the ratio of true positives to total predicted positives. It is crucial where consequence of false positive is high. It is preferred metric for labeling patients as cancerous and non-cancerous. So precision particularly focuses on false positives, where it is used in the situations where the consequence of a false positive would be higher. For example, while labeling patients as cancerous and non-cancerous, a false positive would bear a higher consequence, as a false positive would indicate a non-cancerous patient labeled as cancerous. So in this case, if a non-cancerous patient is labeled as cancerous, and if we start with the therapy like chemotherapy and other therapies of cancer for that patient, then it would they might cause to the side effects to the healthy patient and would also bear the financial burden on that patient, which we must avoid. Hence, precision is an important metric here, which focuses on the consequence of false positive and tries to and we try to minimize the false number or the number of false positive in the classifications done by our model based on the value of precision. Hence, we try to maximize the value of precision. Recall or sensitivity, it is also called measure of completeness. It is the ratio of true positives to total actual positives. It is crucial where consequence of false negative is high. It is preferred metric while predicting tsunami. So again, while precision focuses upon the false positive, the recall or sensitivity focuses on the consequence of false negatives. For example, in a prediction of a tsunami, a false negative would be a coming tsunami labeled as not a threat or not coming. It would be a false negative. In such case, a false negative bears a very higher consequence, as the people of that area won't be alarmed for a coming tsunami. Hence, there would be increased death toll due to the tsunami, and there would be no preparation. So this is one of the case where the consequence of the false negative is high. So recall by the value of recall, we try to maximize the recall value, hence minimizing the false negatives in the classification. Therefore, precision and recall become the metrics of importance in such cases. And in such cases, we won't be focusing much on the accuracy, as the precision and recall are more important ones to address. So this was the importance of precision and recall over accuracy. Now let's calculate the accuracy, precision and recall for a given confusion matrix. So this is my given confusion matrix. Let us first identify the different classes from this matrix. The true positives are the positives predicted as positives. The value is 6. False positives are the negatives predicted as positives. It is also known as type 1 error. Its value is 2. False negatives are the positives predicted as negative. It is also known as type 2 error. Its value is 4. And true negatives are negatives predicted as negative. Its value is 8. The formula for accuracy is TP plus TN divided by TP plus TN plus FP plus FN, which is basically the total predictions done by the model. Substituting the values in the formula, we get the value of accuracy as 0.7. Precision. The formula for precision is true positives divided by true positives plus false positive, which are basically total predicted positives. Substituting the values, we get the value of precision as 0.75. Recall, the value formula for recall is true positives divided by true positives plus false negative. Substituting the values in the formula, we get the value of recall as 0.6. The true positive plus false negative indicates the total actual positives in our data. So this was the formula for calculation of accuracy, precision and recall. Now let's move on to the next. Next is F1 score. F1 score is a performance metric used in machine learning to evaluate how well a classification model performs on dataset, especially when classes are imbalanced, meaning one class appears much more frequently than other. It is harmonic mean of precision and recall, which combines both metrics into a single value that balances their importance. So F1 score basically comes into play when we have to analyze both precision and recall together, and these two metrics vary from each other to a greater extent due to imbalance of classes. Hence F1 score, what F1 score does is it brings both of them together so they can be studied together, and it balances their both of their values, combines them into a single metric and balances their values so that we could have proper and easy interpretations for both of the metrics. So it combines the two important metrics, which are precision and recall. So the formula for F1 score is 2 into precision into recall divided by precision plus recall. Substituting the values into the formula, we get the value of F1 score is 0.6667. Specificity. The formula for specificity is true negative divided by true negative plus false positive, which are total actual positive. The denominator represents the total actual positive. Specificity is also known as the true negative rate. Substituting the values in the formula, we get the value 0.8 for specificity. So this was all about today's video. I hope you learned something from here. If yes, then please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in next video. Thank you.